Hello everybody, welcome back to another speed build here in The Sims 4. This is my Rebuild the World series and we are back here in Del Sol Valley tackling another one of the community lots. So this one here is the gym lot, and since we've already built a gym and a spa area, I thought, you know what, this area would be perfect for a really high-end restaurant. I don't often build the restaurants and I know they are somewhat broken, you can get them to work, but I just really wanted this downtown area to have like the most amazing high-end restaurant that you could possibly think of and really be the up-and-coming spot where everybody wanted to go and the celebrities were there and it's hard to get a table in my fantasy of what Del Sol Valley is supposed to be. So that's what we built today, and I called it the Hiiigh with 3 eyes because we have 3 stories. So each of the story tells a different like class of the wealth that you're in. So when you come into the Hiiigh, it's kind of like where the more common folk and some of the low-end celebrities sit. It's still really nice, but it's where it's super busy. Like a lot of people are there, you have to kind of mingle, and a lot of the, I don't know what to, like the tables, everything like that is really squeezed together to maximize the amount of people that can sit there. And when you get to the second level, the first floor, that's where it gets a little bit more exclusive. So we have little booths, we have like a more exclusive kind of, you know, not so many dining places, still the same ambiance, but it's a bit more exclusive and you can see into the kitchen, which is like this huge thing apparently. So I thought that was, you know, that's where it's really at. And then of course the third level on the second floor is the Hiiigh. Like this is where we have the rooftop bar area. This is where everything is just combined into this experience where you can sit, look over Del Sol Valley. You can really appreciate the nuance of the city and see everything, have a drink, have like a snack, everything like that. So I just thought that was a really cool idea, and I really took it and ran with it. I think this restaurant turned out so good, and it's probably one of my favorite ones that I've built. I haven't built too many, but like because it is very difficult to get them to work like proper in this game, but still I love the way that this turned out. And going with the fashion of the rest of the buildings that we've built in downtown Del Sol Valley here, I really wanted to still keep the modern element but try to incorporate a lot of nature into it. And the way that we did that was having these raised like beds of grass, having greenery all around it to really incorporate the nature into it, but have it be just like beautiful. I wanted this building to be very classy, very modern looking, like you weren't at all confused as to where you were. The same with the interior. I tried to really mix the modern with the earthy tones and the more natural from the stone, plant, stuff like that, and to just create a really cohesive look and feel to the restaurant. At first I was like, okay, so do we want to go with stone flooring or do we want to go with wooden flooring? What's the vibe here? But again, in the end we just ended up going with the wooden tones because it was what was really working. The reason that the build is going a little fast at this point is because the game had literally just crashed on me, which was just so stupid. So I had to sit here and build the exact same thing again. So I just finished everything up downstairs here with the general placement of stuff, you know, the waiter station, everything like that, the flooring. and then the game crashed. So I had to do it all again. Luckily for me, I had just saved prior to that. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of saving, and we just had a live stream actually where, for those who think that it's just an over exaggeration, it's really not. Like, go to the latest live stream and watch it. Like, the game literally crashed 3 times and we didn't even do anything. I wasn't really doing anything, placing any items, nothing like that. The game just crashed. So I had a few problems with that, but I kept carrying on because I want this to work. Like, I want to make YouTube videos. I want to do this. So if I have to save 1,000 times and have like 30 clips, I will do that. Don't even question it. But going in here, I really knew what kind of ambience I wanted, the vibe that I wanted for everything. And I really tried to just hit that home with everything here. So again, a lot with the earthy tones, with the nature tones, but still super classy, super modern looking. And I tried to keep that throughout the whole build. So that's why I also chose to actually have this wooden flooring go throughout the builds, like even from the outside, not the like all the way to the ground floor, because I wanted that to blend really well in with the existing area. But the rest of it is just, it is what it is. It's blended really well. I tried to just incorporate everything so it looks natural. Now, one thing that actually bothers me with these, and I'm thinking it every single time that I build a restaurant, this waiter table and the hostess table, I don't understand why they haven't made it so they actually they can actually combine with the countertops. For me, that's just so confusing. Like, why wouldn't you do that? So we have to do this like solution that we did here. It works, it is tested, it should be working, but it's still kind of annoying. Like, it's a nuisance. So I started to just place lots of tables, lots and lots and lots of tables in here. And as you can see, as I said before, this is where it really starts to be, okay, so they're just crammed in here like fish in a barrel. Because this is the like entrance. This is where you walk in. This is where the, let's just call them common folk. This is where they would sit down and dine, while the celebrities go to the first floor and enjoy a nice, more calming, relaxing area with not so much noise and just waiters running around. They can see into the kitchen, having the kitchen side view with the big open kitchen area. I thought that was really cool. So I did use a lot of the new stuff from the new kits because I really did love those. Like the last few kits that have come out and I reviewed here on the channel, I will say, like, I'm not the hugest fan of the kits, but those are in particular really, really good because they fit in so well with a lot of existing stuff and items, but also the color swatches are just freaking spot on. Like, I don't think we've had color swatches this spot on from a kit pack in a very, very long time, if ever. And all of the newer kits just has that. So big thumbs up from me, like huge thumbs up. So I used a lot of those in this build and I just started to decorate around the place. Like, it's very different to build a restaurant like this than it is to build a house because it's a very different way of decorating. So here you need to decorate to the notion that, you know, people are gonna dine here, people are gonna sit here, all this kind of stuff. And you don't really do that in a normal house the same way, but I still wanted it to be beautiful and still wanted it to look decorated like if I were to build like a residential house. So I still had that in mind every step of the way while building this, but I also wanted it to just be a functional restaurant, which can at times be difficult in this game. But I think it turned out really good and I hope you guys do too. So I just started on the second level here. Sorry, I keep like, it's because in America, what they would call the first floor is what we in Europe will call the ground floor. So we call it ground floor, first floor, second floor, and Americans call it the first floor as the ground level, and then second, third, and so on and so forth. So I'm a little confused by that, but I'm just gonna keep sticking to the European way, to be honest, because that makes more sense to me. So on the first floor here, again, this is where I started to really decorate in with the intention of having, you know, this be the more exclusive spot and the more relaxed spots in the restaurant compared to the downstairs. The downstairs, I think it turned out beautiful, and the upstairs is gonna match that equally, but it is like the ambiance is a little bit more relaxed up here, I think, and I'm just overall really happy with the way that it turned out. Maybe the placement of the door into the kitchen could have been different, but you know, it is what it is, and it's just like they needed a way to get in there, and I didn't really have any other way to place it, because then I would kind of lose the whole idea of having this big open kitchen with, you know, the whole meaning of the first floor is that you could kind of look into the kitchen and see the calmness, but the food getting prepared. I don't know, as a chef, for me myself, it's exciting that people want to watch that, so I just thought we're gonna keep that. Going into the bathrooms here, I wanted to make these really minimalist. So again, of course, you wouldn't need a full-on bath. This is more like a toilet room where we have the toilets, the sink to wash up, and that's kind of it. And then I just decorated with the like some plants, some stuff, maybe a little seed in the bigger one, and that's kind of it. So very simple. The last thing we're gonna do in this build before really just heading home on the decorating of the exterior was the bar area here. So the rooftop bar of the Hiiigh. I loved the way that this turned out. I have been looking for an excuse to use this rounded bar for a very long time. I haven't been able to figure out how I wanted to use it, but I found a way here, and I think it's just so good. Like, I love the way that it turned out. I still wanted to keep the nature element, but you can see it is a bit more high class up here. So we're going for a lot more of the whites and gold accents with the more muted salmon color. I of course put in a little mic up here for some soulful, relaxing music by an artist. And that's kind of it. Going outside, I just kept the same vibe from the inside. I wanted it to be very relaxing, very just in the style of the rest of it. So again, like, there's no bounces on this club, it's just the fantasy that I have. But if you want this to be like the whole nine and oh, nobody can come up here type of thing, then you of course can do that. It's just you need to place some certain doors, I believe, for that to happen. But yeah, decorating the exterior here, I really wanted to just hit home that this space really is like, it fits in with the rest of the things I've done, but I also wanted it to look grand. So that's why we have these multiple staircases and some greenery around the place, but I didn't want to take too much away from the building itself with all of this. So the decorating on the exterior is very minimal, but still high class, and I still wanted it to be a statement when you walk up to the front entrance of the Hiiigh. But yeah, I think it turned out really good, and I hope you guys really like it. I was trying to find something to put on these, but again, I didn't want to over decorate it. I feel like a manicured lawn on here would make more sense than what it did for the what is it called, the spa instead. So that's what we did, and that's kind of it. I think we're ready to jump into the screenshots. So we just have some overhead shots here of what it looks like. So this is the first floor, this is the ground floor, and this is the entrance. So this build is available on the gallery right now. You can go in and place it exactly where I placed it, or you can wait for me to finish up this save file and really really just get everything the way I placed it and the way I intended it. Totally up to you, but it's on the gallery. Just search my origin ID, which is Auvbri, and you should be able to find every single thing that I've done. And yeah, I really want to know what you guys think about this this build. So let's meet down in the comment section. What do you think about it? Do you like it? Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna wait for the save file? Anything like that? Let's have a conversation. I love it when we have conversations like that. Also, while you're down there, head over to my vlogging channel. I am trying to reach 100 subscribers before my birthday, and we're currently at 22 subscribers, so it's a little ways off, but we have till the 7th of March. But that's where I do all my day-to-day stuff in my ordinary life, so go check it out. It would really help me out a great big deal, and everything that I'm up to is vlogged and cataloged over there. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, if you did, be sure to leave it a big like. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already done so, and let's meet in the comment section. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time for another video. Bye.